So in terms of what my life was like before Jesus, I would say I was a believer. I was very fortunate actually to be born into a Christian home. I was very sheltered even growing up, and I accepted Christ at a young age. Another thing I was very fortunate about my life was my mom and dad were actually very proud of me and pushed me to excel and told me I was really good at life, essentially. And so my identity very quickly became centered around performance, seeking to gain people's approval, their acceptance, their attention, their recognition, their affirmation, ultimately. And so I found that in different places, whether that was school, with my teachers wanting them to like me because I did well, whether that was the multitude of girlfriends I had in elementary school, whether that was basketball and athletics, trying to perform well on the court, music, playing guitar and trying to get up in front of my church, ultimately my church, and seeking to get the old ladies' approval in Sunday school class and to have everybody there say I was good enough to be part of their church. And then popularity, just kind of like performance and humor and social savviness just on the playground, ultimately. So life became really a show, is what it was. I was putting on a show and asking people to tell me my show was good enough and to come back and watch again. And so my audience was what drove my identity. It was very audience-centered, and so because my audience was diverse, I just gave them what they wanted, and so my life ended up being very shallow, temporary satisfaction as I kept trying to put on these shows for different audiences. So that continued all the way to my sophomore year of college, where I'd begun to be mentored by a staff member with Campus Crusade for Christ, or Cru, and he started kind of pushing me into some areas of my life, calling me to address those areas that weren't really fulfilling. And then I went to a few Cru events, retreats, conferences, and such, and I actually had a couple girlfriends my sophomore year that through the process of the relationship kind of revealed my selfish jerk heart, ultimately is what kind of got exposed. And so I went to a week-long mission trip in San Diego one summer after my freshman year, and there I heard the verse Acts 1:8, which says, "You will be my witnesses around the world." I thought, man, my life's not about me and kind of what I want, but I'm part of a bigger story. They went to another week-long conference in Denver, which is a Christmas conference Cru does, and the speaker there talked about where are the revolutionaries, where are the people who are going to step up and go and do something about the problems in our world. And so very quickly after those things happened, I realized my life is not about me. I've been given hope, I've been given like a promise, and I've been given this love that others just don't know and don't have yet. And so before, I had believed that Jesus and the church existed to make me happy, make me feel good, to give me something to stand on. But then I realized, man, I've been taking from other people without giving back. I've just wanted their approval and haven't really given it back. And so then seeing Jesus pursue my selfish, arrogant, prideful heart then transformed the way I thought to want to give back to others, to engage in their story and extend the same love, care, and acceptance that he had given me to them. So now I actually work for Cru and spend my time giving back to people and letting them know that story. So before I would say I was a believer in Christ, but now I would say I'm a follower of Jesus Christ.